Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my 1151 subscribers. What I'm recording right now is the introduction of a new Pokemon Cards Mail Day. So this is actually an outgoing order and I thought it would be cool to show it to you. I will probably record the rest of the episode later in the afternoon and it will be published in the evening. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody has a great day. And this was an outgoing order, like I said, someone purchased a lot of Gengars and Pikachus and Charizards, then a bunch of really cool art rares here. I love the Team Rocket's Houndoom. We have one more of the Venusaur's full art from Mega Brave, I believe. Great card. I've purchased so many. I sold a lot of them already with $1 to $2 profit. And we have the Mewtwo V from the Pokemon Go Elite Trainer box. Now, during this time in the Sword Shield era, you already got a promo card within your ETBs, but as you can see, the card is sealed, but there are no dividers in here. There's also no extra card explaining what the card actually is. So this is just a single card in a seal. I don't know why they did that, but it is pretty cool. It was loose in the ATB, I think, alongside the card dividers anyways. But yeah, okay, I'm excited for today's episode. Let me package this order, deliver it to the postal office, and I'll catch you all when we return to the video, when a lot of new mail has arrived at my home, actually. Alright folks, it's later in the evening, but I'm ready for it, and here we go. A new Pokemon card mail day as promised. A little bit tired actually, but we have 3 pals, the reserve pal, and then the pal that of course that are listed online and that came in over the last 2 weeks. Some pretty cool cards in this pal actually, and then some new additions for the PC. Oh, and stick around, I have some really cool sealed product to show you, and despite me being a little bit tired, I'm really excited to have the results of recording this video. Because after recording, I can put everything aside and start cleaning up a little bit more so that I have a little bit more space on the desks, on the floor as well. Since I started sorting and listing all the bulk cards that I got from my buddy that he opened from Ascended Heroes, it has been messier than ever before. So, okay, let's start with a really cool Pokemon card mail day. We have the Pikachu VMAX, it's a Black Star promo. Really happy with this card. When it arrived, I planned to keep it for the personal collection, but it has a print line over the middle and 1 dot of whitening, so this is going up for sale. We have a really cool Shrouded Fable stamped Kingdra EX. I really like this card. I always have been a fan of Kingdra. I also like the full art variant of this card a lot. We have the Elite Trainer box from, I believe, it can't be Surging Spark. Surging Sparks was the Magneton, so I'm doubting and hesitating which set it was. Was it Twilight Masquerade? Strange, I can't remember from which ETB this one is. Let me know, I will look it up for myself. So we have the Lucario V-Star promo, and this is the one that is not so much in demand as the other one from the Crown Zenith Elite Trainer box, obviously. This one was never sealed, it was in a collection box, I believe. So we have a lot more really cool art rares that came in today with the mail, so I listed them online, the duplicates that I had. I'm really fan of Articuno. I think that is one of the underrated cards at the moment. If I think it is underrated, why is it not in my PC pal that I will move away right now? But there are already like 20 copies in my personal collection. I don't need 30 copies in my personal collection, maybe later on, but it also is a really nice tool to keep them. Yeah, you can't keep all the nice cards and then sell everything that you think is less nice. You also need to sell the nice cards in order to sell the less nice cards. But that is one that I would add to my PC actually, as I have them in my PC. Just like this Bulbasaur, I have some of the My First Battle cards in my PC. Mainly the non-foil Gyarados and then all the starters, and I'm really fan of that Pikachu artwork, which is really cool and unique. So the Radiant sales started to pick up. I sold a couple of Jirachis, and this one has a line here, as you can see. It's a print line, or a Prussian line rather, a Prussian line. So something very heavy has been sitting on here, which created the line. Maybe it's better visible from the backside, as you can see right here, but I don't know. Anyways, I put this one up a little bit cheaper compared to near mint copies, and I expect it to sit a little bit longer as we move into the Radiant Heatran. Sold one of those last week, so I put a new one up for sale. So I am very surprised that this card is only $6. Maybe closing in on $7. I have purchased a bunch of them for $5 to $6 a couple of years ago actually. Yeah, this was 2024, so I was really fan of it. It reminded me of the Keith Haring artist. So a lot of Pokemon cards are inspired by real artists, and I thought this was one of those examples. So I thought it would do really well and would become a really famous card, but I was wrong about that. So we move into the Team Rocket's Raticate. So a lot of these Team Rocket cards silently and slowly are selling. Without me really knowing it, I was looking in my inventory for new Team Rocket cards to put up online, and suddenly I didn't have any anymore. On the contrary, I thought they were sitting in my sales list already for a long time, but they're all gone. So the Raticate is a new one that I put up for sale, and I ordered a lot more Destined Rivals / Glory of Team Rocket art rares right now. There is $300 more new cards coming in. I expect them to come next week. This week is also about $200 to $300 incoming Pokemon cards, so I'm really excited for that, and I'm really excited to show you the sealed product yet again that I picked up. I have shown glimpse of it in a recent short. Really cool Raichu. I said it before, I am a little bit speculating on this card, hence because we get a new Raichu, a Mega X and Y, I believe. Mega Raichu X and Y. So then we move into Lechonk from Ruler of the Black Flame. So is this Houndour. I've been purchasing a couple more Rowlets, a really cool card. I'm a fan of the Sunflora too, so the Wooper and the Dolliv, not so much my type of cards, but I know a Wooper collector actually. There we have Gumshoes, is inspecting what Rattata is doing over there. If you zoom in on this card, this is a really funny artwork. Charcadet. The English version is the Phantasmal Flames ETB sealed promo, I believe, and that one is very cheap. So is this one. I picked them up for between $1 and $2. I tried to sell them for $3. I think that is really underrated that you can pick up 10 easily, but that's just me, and I am doing that actually. So we have the Sparrow. Really, those artwork are starting to come down in price. And I heard a couple of people say, and it is really making sense to me as well, the 151 art rares, all art rares with the first generation Pokemon on them, will do really well in the future. It might be possible people are starting to sell sets. Once we have for every 151 Pokemon, Gen 1 Pokemon, an art rare, people are going to sell the 151 art rares as a set. And I expect people willing to collect that as well as a nice poster on the wall or a nice decoration or something, or maybe a couple of binders pages full. Yeah, I can really see that, and I really think I am going to enjoy that for myself as well, as we move into a really cool Ivysaur, for example. And the camera died, so earlier today I shipped out the full art Venusaur. That is not the one that fits on here, but it is a full art version, obviously. And I am looking to get the SAR, but it is really expensive. A little bit quicker for today is not really too much going on here. We have some really cool art rares and Galarian galleries, some full arts that have not sold. I have put some new ones online, and I got some new ones in as well, the Salamence and the Black Curum. Surprisingly holding up their value really well, especially this one is around $5, I believe, I'm not sure. Destined Rivals Moltres purchased for $8, a little bit on the high side, trying to sell for $9. There we have an SAR Mega Sharpedo. I thought this card was really cool, only $15, and yeah, I decided to put it up for sale, and I have purchased some more trainers that I will show you in the PC pal. So this is a really cool Brilliant Stars, I believe. Oh no, it is from Fusion Strike, but this has the Aura Sphere, and with the new cards coming up, I purchased a couple of this one. I hope they will arrive next week. Aura Sphere Attack and the Aura Seeker Lucario set. I think that fits really well. People will really like to collect that. So this one I have up for sale for almost 2 to 3 years, and no one has purchased it. 1 or 2 people showed interest over the last 2 years, and I'm still sitting on it, just like the Fisherman that has been illustrated by the Gold Star artist. But I expected it to had moved a little bit faster. Initially, I planned to put the Fisherman in my personal collection, but I decided, okay, I want to collect some other stuff. So then we have a couple of these sealed promos I talked about in the previous episode. Awesome cards, really awesome cards. The Pikachu is selling constantly. So the Reserve Pal, so I actually need to put one of the Tyranitar's up for sale. And then we have the Lucario, we have the Zeraora, a Liepard, so yeah, you know, and obviously, like I said, the Houndoom, the Team Rocket's Houndoom is really cool. I think I sold one of those today as well. And I've been buying and selling stacks and stacks of this card. Really, believe me, it's going really fast. And the Iron Thorns variant, last week I purchased 5 of each, and now this is the new pal that I have. And I already sold all the 5 Iron Thorns. I sold all the 5 Mews, I sold all the 5 Charizard variants. So yeah, I think I have now sold 400 to 500 copies. And yeah, it is going really well. I started buying and selling them for $3 to $4. And now I'm buying and selling them for between 5 and 6 and sometimes $7. And I don't get them for the same price anymore either, right? I have to get $1 profit literally, so yeah. If I kept my initial purchase, I would have doubled my money on all the cards. But that is quite frankly not how it worked and how it turned out. So we move on to this really nice Clefairy. Surprisingly cheap on one side, but on the other hand also a little bit more expensive compared to some other random Pokemon that I consider to be random. This is one of them. Well, I forgot the name for it, one of the supporter Pokemon, or I mean one of the most known familiar Pokemon. Now we have the 2 Toxtricities up here. Quick reminder for myself as we move into the PC pal. I think this is something that people have been waiting for. At least I'm excited about it because it is about my personal collection. And then stick around if you want to see the sealed topic, the sealed boxes. So we start off here with a Mimikyu from Team Rocket. We have a Furret to add to the collection and a Jacint, the first time I purchased a Perfect Order full art card. Now, I must admit in the upcoming weeks also the Rosa Encouragement is coming, and I want this SAR version as well. I think it is a little bit cheaper compared to the Rosa. Still though, compared to for example Licia and Jasmine's Gaze from example Surging Sparks, this one is now about $5. I paid for it $5-6. I think that is still a little bit expensive for a regular full art trainer rather, but yeah, really nice to have it in the collection finally. I still need Lily's Determination, which is way more expensive. I was able to purchase a Dawn already, and I need a Hilda from Black and White. I purchased some more of those, I told you that, and I also put one of those Gengars in my personal collection already, and I purchased like 5, and I sold one for $1. They're going crazy about it, just a regular holo. But I can see in a couple of years this Gengar being $2 to $3. The hype and yeah. Everything is going really crazy now. So we have the friends in Hisui and the friends in Sinnoh, and I have the friends in Paldea and Galar and Alola as well. Really fun to collect those. I need to fill up the pages in the binder. I thought now was the right moment to do so. We have the Candice over here and the Lily's Ribombee. Don't sleep on this card. I think it is between $5 and $8. I can see this card go to $20 whenever it starts to get a little bit more appreciated. And here we have the Nihil Zero, I believe, Raticate. So I've shown you the Team Rocket's Raticate. I've shown you the Rattata and the Gumshoes. And now we have this one. Yeah, I'm somehow a big fan of the Raticate cards and Raticate in general, also on the boat. It reminds me of the anime that he is, I think Ash is trading his Butterfree for it, but I'm not certain, or at least he's trading away a Pokemon against the Raticate. So here we have more friends in Hisui and friends in Sinnoh. Really awesome. Giovanni's Charisma. So I've been purchasing loads of those cards, folks. I said it in the last episode. I have a V-Star from Brilliant Stars, almost close to $10 this card, unbelievable. And we have one more Lily's Ribombee, and then we have the Mewtwo. So the guy purchased one of me, sealed, if you see the introduction of the video, and the other one is going into the PC for me. Now, last segment of today's video, folks, the sealed pickups. So over the past 2 weeks I have been picking up some sealed products, and I'm very happy to show these to you. They are the 3-pack blisters of the Detective Pikachu Case File Pikachu. So initially I thought they would be sealed. So they are actually sealed, but this is not sealed in its entirety. And we can see a pack of Crimson Invasion. We see a really cool Pikachu, Detective Pikachu promo, and 2 packs, which are in itself about between $15 and $20 a piece, I believe. Awesome little coin. So I think the Crimson Invasion is also $15 to $20. I don't know exactly how much this promo is, but I'm really wanting to keep this sealed. I have 3. I might sell one later on. I picked them up for around $60 a piece, maybe $65 including shipping. And yeah, I wanted to have some more Detective Pikachu. I made a short about my Detective Pikachu collection quite recently, I think a couple of days ago. So, and that brings us to the Detective Pikachu case file Charizard boxes. Seems alright. So initially I got 2 of these boxes in for 150 bucks a piece or so. Significantly more expensive compared to these 3-pack blisters. Now what was funny, I opened up the box and I purchased it from a kinda original official store and it was not sealed. So I had one purchased 2 to 3, maybe 4 years ago already. And it was from a really big box store. That guy had about 100,000 to 200,000 sales already on Card Market, so that was really trustworthy to me. But he had delivered one of those to me, and it was sealed with a shrink wrap around it, with a wrap around it rather. Not sure if it was shrink wrap, but I believe so. It was heat sealed. So I said to this person, and I saw also on Card Market someone offering this box and they had a picture attached and it had the seal. So I said, how is this possible? How can those be not sealed? You say it is OVP sealed. He said that is strange. I think you're entirely wrong. These boxes didn't come sealed. And I'm like, I have one sealed in hand, literally in my hand right now, so I showed a picture. And I also showed the guy the other picture that the other person that had listed one, I showed it and it was also sealed. And he said, if you watch YouTube, all these boxes were not sealed when people opened them on camera. So it might have been a variant or some sealed by a big box store itself. He said those are straight from cases that came from at release from America, so they can't be tampered with, and I don't do that. And I believe him, he doesn't tamper with it, but I thought it was just interesting that I saw a couple of copies sealed. But indeed, if you watch online on YouTube, you see a lot of people opening these boxes up like this and they're not sealed indeed. It's a little bit of a shame that you can easily detect if the gradability, if you want, of the promos, because they're here in the front. Whereas if you get the box like this sealed, okay, no one can see and pick and choose all the promos they want for centering and damage. But yeah, since my first copy of this box was sealed, I had not ever seen the inside of it in real life. But this is what it looks like. The couple of Detective Pikachu packs here. I think also Crimson Invasion in here. This promo card is really cool. I have purchased a lot of them and I have also sold a lot of them already. And these boxes will be added to the personal collection. It was quite a bit of money for me to invest in the hobby, to put directly after creating this video in the closet. This is not something that is worth opening actually. I really love the design of these boxes of Detective Pikachu, and I'm a firm believer if there is a new movie or something is happening around it, these boxes will go up in price. That is what I believe in, no advice, but they are not for opening. Those are really nice display pieces. I want the Mewtwo case file as well, and then I have the Pikachu. I have the Charizard variant and the Mewtwo variant, and I think there is even a Greninja variant, but I will dive more into it. And then I have a couple of loose packs in Japanese and English. I have the Japanese boost box. I have the Switch game with the promos. So yeah, I have a lot of Detective Pikachu. I'm really fan of it. Also the cards, but it is not worth opening a $15 booster pack when the most expensive card can only be around 10 bucks. That makes no sense at all, but I will use this as a display item. It is really awesome. I might put it back in storage first until I get myself some more space. Yeah, okay, that was it for today's Pokemon Card Mail Day. Thanks everybody for watching. Leave a like on the video if you like this kind of Pokemon yapping, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a good evening.